I'm going 15th to the 19th. My little brother birthday, man.
Oh yeah, I should be out there then.
Yeah, bro. I think it's gonna be lit, but everybody keeps talking about hurricanes in Houston.
Yeah, when it's hurricane, that's when I'm here, and when it's raining here, I'm usually there. So one or two.
You like it though?
Yeah, it's a vibe for sure.
Why everybody moving to Houston though?
It's like
I
over
hated
there
it when we lived there, bro.
You was a kid, though,
But it was
bro.
10 years ago. So.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard it was different then too.
You're a grown man.
I ain't gonna lie, I love Houston.
Every time I go, I have a good time.
Houston lit.
Yeah,
It's lit. It's a beautiful city. It's big though.
it's
big.
like Atlanta, like 10 years ago before it became Hollywood.
That's a good explanation of it. Because yeah, for sure. But then the most dangerous thing is about Houston now is how they turn they have floods all the time and shit, and just it's crazy out there.
Yeah, it seemed crazy. Yeah.
You would
The
think they're
weather's
gonna change
ridiculous.
the infrastructure by now.
Exactly.
Nah,
Yeah.
And they
power always go out too.
I'm bringing my
That's for
cowboy
sure.
boots. You heard me? I'm ready to go to the turkey leg hut.
Yeah.
What
Right.
else they
closed
got? They
down,
got camp. They did? They
Yeah.
closed the turkey leg hut?
Yeah.
They was robbing people. They weren't paying their people.
Man.
or something.
What?
Oh, that's all those spots like that out there. They
For
do
real?
not play their bartenders, nothing. But it's good though, cause
Damn.
they take cash out. So I'm cool with it. Yeah, that's why I said I fuck
Well,
with
you
it.
can pay the bartenders just cash app you, be like, I just cash app you? Wow.
I
'Cause they
literally
don't
just
get
did that.
paid, literally. They only get tips.
Damn.
Like, they don't get paid from well, I say about,
I was looking forward to
probably
going to the
40%,
turkey
about
leg hut,
40%
man.
of the bars like that. For real. Clubs, stuff.
Dang.
That's crazy. What, camp still open?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. We're going to have some time. We're going to have some fun in camp.
Oh, it's a lot of spots, though.
We'll have to check something out. But yeah, it's your boy HD, and we are live and direct here at the Life of HD podcast. As always, I got my brother, Dr. J. Lee, in the building. Telling people what's up, man.
Man, feeling amazing, man. Thursday.
Yes, sir. What's up, Sean G? How you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling great as usual, man. Always feeling good, man. Always good to be with y'all, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
for sure,
You
man.
know that, man. Today we got a special guest in the building. You feel me? And this is not your ordinary person, man. We got my brother, AJ, level 10, in the building, man. This guy is a serial entrepreneur. He has so much going for himself. You could take a page out of his book, literally, because he has his own books. He has his own phone stores. You probably went and got your phone fixed from him already, or got your phone case or something like that, or went and spent some money at one of his vending machines, or got some cash out of one of his ATMs. Like, we could go on and on. You feel me? Probably got a ride in one of his black trucks. Like,
Yeah.
we gonna get into all the businesses that my dude got, man. But I want to bring in my brother. You feel me? Deeds and designer.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? My brother AJ. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? What's up? Thanks for having me.
Already.
Thanks for having me, my boys.
Yeah.
I've known y'all for a long time. I'm glad I'm here today, so we can just drop sauce, you know?
Yeah.
Real
Let the
talk.
people know what's really going on.
Man, we really locked in, bro. We really locked in. We do a lot of business together. And I appreciate you coming on the pod, man, taking some time out of your busy schedule, bro, because I know you be back and forth between here, Houston, and
Grammys.
Yeah.
BET
Awards, like
somebody red
carpet, magazine covers. I mean, like, you do it all, bro. Like,
Yeah.
tell the people a little bit about yourself for the people that don't know who you are, you feel me? Tell them about yourself, what you do, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
Cool. So I'm AJ Dewberry, as they just told you. I first started when I was about 21 years old. I was like, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I started with my first brick and mortar phone business. I went around fixing everybody's phone. Then I started adding on different stuff. Like I started doing iPads, computers, selling cases, everything, phones, the whole nine. From there, I went on to open up several stores. Right now, I currently have 3, and I'm supposed to be opening up the 4th one this December. So I'm definitely gonna need Deeds and Designer to do my build out,
You know we
as
got
they
you.
do all my stuff. Speaking of real estate, I dip and dab into that. I'm on my 6th property now. A couple of them I did with them. A couple of them I did with other people. Other than that, I have vending machines, ATM machines, books on how I made $7,000 off one vending machine in 2 months. Yeah, definitely check my page out, go my bio, buy the book. It's on sale now for $7, and it's only gonna be on sale until my birthday, which is on the 23rd of August. So definitely get it while it's on sale. I have a mentorship going on. I'm doing a mentorship webinar all this month, every Wednesday, for $31 because I might be 31 years old. And with that, I'm talking about all the topics. I'm talking about credit, whether it's personal, business. I'm talking about reselling products, real estate, phones, vending machines, ATM machines, the whole nine. You name it, I'm talking about it. So that lead me up to here to today. And
Yeah. Boy, you lit, boy.
thank you.
So tell the people a little bit more about like your background, where you come from, and how you get to, you know what I'm saying, becoming who you are today.
You country boy, man.
Country boy.
Yeah.
Country city boy.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Griffin, Georgia. Griffin is a small town about an hour south of Atlanta. When I first was born, like I come from a family that really changed as I changed. When I first was coming up, my family was broke. We was poor. Then my aunt, she ended up started her own business. She do income tax. She didn't get a storefront. I was about 17 years old. So it was at a point where I was at an age to where like, oh, okay, I knew what was going on. I was kind of figured out what I want to do with my life, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at the same time. But that was just the inspiration that I needed. So me having a family member that was close to me like that, and I saw them doing their own business, that made me realize I want to do my own business too. But at that time, I didn't know what business I wanted to do. So I went on to college. I went to Albany State University.
Albany.
Yep.
Boy, in the country. So the country boy went to the country.
Went from the country to a more country city. Went further south.
How was Albany, man? Like, tell me about like college life. Like, how was the parties? You feel
That's
me? How
all
was
we
campus
did.
like?
Because it's nothing in Albany, so all we did was go to parties. Other than that, we went to other schools, homecomings, and the other schools we went to was other country towns. So we used to drive to Macon. We used to drive to Statesboro to go to Georgia Southern. We used to go to FAMU and went to Tallahassee. So, yeah, I just was
Y'all
always
just
on
having a
some
good
country
root
type
tooting
stuff.
time, huh?
So yeah, when I first went to Albany, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. I went to school to be a doctor.
What?
And that's like one of the most highest paid doctors it is.
Facts.
Unless you're gonna own.
You know
the
what's
hospital.
crazy? I actually wanted to be a doctor too. Earlier on, I did like a internship for a radiologist. I wanted to be a radiologist. It started off being I wanted to be a gynecologist, but like OBGYN. I wanted to deliver babies.
You would have got fired, man.
I wanted to be you know what I'm saying, like Dr. Huxtable. You feel me?
Okay.
He's OBGYN?
He was weirdo. Yeah.
Really?
That's what his
I ain't
character.
knew it either.
Yeah,
That's what
He was a
his
baby
job
doctor.
was. Yeah, baby doctor.
So, but my mom told me, she was like, you know, you just not gonna have to deal with the pretty women. You got to deal with all
Everybody.
types. I was like, you're right. So I did an internship at University Hospital in New Orleans. And I'll never forget it, man. My grandpa used to drop me off to my internship. And it was just crazy, man, because if you know about New Orleans, then you know about University Hospital. It's one of them hospitals where everybody can come, any and everybody, right? So
It's like greedy.
yeah, like a Grady. So the gunshot wounds, the stabbings, and all that kind of stuff, they coming straight through the door. And I would just remember just sitting back and observing the doctor doing what he was doing. I'm like, bro, this is so boring, bro. Like, I could not see myself sitting there and like just looking at the, you know what I'm saying, the x-rays and telling people, oh, you got a torn meniscus and, you know what I'm saying? I was just off it, bro. But it is good money.
Oh,
You
yeah,
feel
for
me?
sure. For
And
sure.
everybody got their passions, you feel me? So it makes sense. So continue to tell me about the anesthesiologist.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. And as y'all know, anesthesiologists, they the ones who put people to sleep before surgery. So it is a very risky job. What kind of deterred me from it is I realized I ain't like blood. I ain't know that until that, I had started.
What you
until I
mean? Why
started
they
school.
said, wait, what you mean? They have to have blood for the anesthesiologist?
No, they don't, but you got to work your way up to become an anesthesiologist. So you got to deal with it before you get to that point.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to just be in school and not working. I do want to work and go to school. So the job that I probably have to do with, I'm some
field.
type of blood.
Yeah.
So when I first went, my grandma, she was like, take up nursing, become an RN, and then go to med school. So I'm like, all right. So I changed my major like the first 3 weeks. I changed to computer science.
Sheesh.
And when I changed to computer science, it was cool.
That's closer to the field that you know.
That I'm currently in, but
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be doing this at that time. But I always been a tech person. You know what I'm saying? I always been a person to assembly stuff, Like my people got beds, tables, setting up the TV, all that. They always call me. So I always been that type of person. So fast forward, I ended up switching to education because there was too many ones and zeros with computer science. Way too many ones and zeros. So they wanted me to do coding. And I was like, I want to do computer science as far as technology, but I don't want to necessarily do coding. So I switched to education because I always wanted to have some type of high level position, period. So I was like, I'm going to switch to education and I'm going to become a principal. Because I had an uncle who was a principal in Atlanta. So I was like, I looked up to him too. So I was like, you know, I'm going to figure it out, become a principal, teach along the way. And I'm very good at teaching people things too. That's why now I have a staff. You know, I mentored them and I guide them so that they're able to run my business how I would run my business if I was there. So for I did middle grade education for a little minute. But it's always something. It was like I was going to the schools, I was doing my clinicals. It was smooth until all the little girls could try and talk to me. I'm like, oh my God.
That's a heavily female populated industry.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then I look young anyway. So back then I look way younger.
Yeah.
So I'm in there. They thinking I'm one of the classmates. I'm like, no, I'm here to, you know. So boom, I switched from that to business. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I realized that I always wanted to do something with business. I just didn't know what business I wanted to do. But also I realized that most business owners don't have degrees in the field that they're in.
Correct.
Like I got a friend, he just started a nursing business. He don't have any degree at all. You know, he just owned the business. And from there, he was able to hire people with the degrees. So it's things like that I realized, like, yeah, that's more so my lane. So now that's why I'm able to have so many different type of businesses, so many different avenues, and so many different types of income.
Man, they say hire somebody smarter than you to run your business.
Mm-hmm.
That's ultimately what it is. I mean, you have the vision, but they just are able to execute and make your vision come to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I learned. Like, but I learned that after going to get all the degrees.
Well, you Dr. J. Lee now, so.
Yeah.
Back then, I wanted to be Dr. D. My last name Dewberry. I was like, I'm going to have them call me Dr. D.
Man, you freaky for that.
Dr. D is actually crazy.
That's crazy.
Dr. D, yeah, that is. That's something, yeah, that is real dark, for real.
And that ain't even your name, like.
I mean,
well, your last name,
Yeah, Dr. D, yeah.
That makes
You know,
sense.
make it short.
But what made you even like, because I asked them last time we talked, most people don't even want to start businesses. Like, most people don't even have the ambition to even want to, or the ambition or the drive to even start a business. So what even made you want to start a business?
Yeah, so like I said, it just was like I see family members doing it, and then it was at a time where it wasn't too many black entrepreneurs then, as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, it's out the roof.
Yeah,
Everybody got an LLC. Everybody doing something.
For sure.
So at that time, I wanted to do real estate. I always wanted to get in real estate because, of course, that's like the highest grossing business that there is industry-wise. So I was thinking, like, I need to switch it up because I was going to be a teacher, then a principal, and I was doing the calculations. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start out. I'm only making about $3,000 a month being a teacher. Then from there, I was, like, budgeting myself, and I was like, dang, I'm only going to have probably about $500 a month to pay towards real estate. I'm like, that ain't going to really do nothing for me for real estate. It's going to be slow motion. Real slow motion.
Yeah.
So from there, that's when I went on to, I transferred to Georgia State. I need to move to Atlanta because at that time, I kind of outgrew Albany. You know what I'm saying? I figured out what I wanted to do, and I realized that I'm not going to be down there for the rest of my life. Yeah. So I need to go ahead and get at least to the city or the area so I can go ahead and
get
grow.
some motion.
Yeah. So I ended up moving to Summer Hill, and I get an apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, right behind Turner Field. Transferred to Georgia State. Went to state for a good
lit.
Yeah,
right in the city.
So you where you from? Summer Hill. Right here from Summer Hill.
Yeah, free Luigi, man.
All been straight to Summer Hill. I'm downtown. I was in Summer Hill though.
But with Summer Hill back then, woo,
yeah,
different.
Yeah.
Now it's all
I went like I guess the more gentrified area because I was literally like, if I walk behind where I live, I'm in the hood. If I walk in front of where I live, I'm literally at Turner Field.
Oh yeah.
So
I was right there by basically like those flats, like the student.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Was it like a shell shock for you to move from like cause you grew up in Griffin, that's a small town.
In the country, yeah.
In the country. Coming to Atlanta was like a shell shock.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
So for me, being from a small town, we're not used to being around too many people. I say that. So it was like, going to class. It's like everybody walking past me this way, that way. I'm like looking around, confused, trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah.
And then Georgia State's so big, it's like you in the city looking for where you going.
Yeah.
You walking past restaurants, businesses, versus being on a regular college campus, it's directories. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
easier to get around. So it took a little adjusting. It did. So I was working there, and my other aunt, she was dating this truck driver who worked at UPS. He ended up giving me a job there as a truck loader. So
I
I
do
was
remember
loading.
that. I was like, what you was doing at UPS?
Yeah. So I was loading trucks at UPS, and at that time I was approaching my senior year of college. So I was like, this is a lot, and I know I want to start a business, so I transferred from Georgia State to Clayton State so I can just finish. Because at that time, I was like, I'm either going to start a business or I'm going to go corporate. And they was setting me up for everything. So my first 3 months of being a truck loader, they bumped me up to be a part-time supervisor. So I was the youngest supervisor at the Forest Park Hub. So that was like a great accomplishment for me. Still in school, so I was doing my homework, going to class, then going to
And
work.
being a supervisor,
Hustling.
being a boss. Yeah.
Yeah. And at that time, I was 20 years old. So I'm just moving around, just doing everything.
What you was doing with the money, like when you were getting your checks?
I mean, it
You was
wasn't that
putting
much.
them up, or you was just,
They had me on salary, but it was just like $1,400 a month. But
$1,400 a month.
Nah, bro, UPS don't pay well at all, bro.
but that was a part time. I was part
He's
time
part
too.
time too. Yeah.
So I was wise. Don't get me wrong. I was only working like.
you thinking like, damn.
I was just glad I went on them hot trucks. I can curse.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just glad I went on hot ass trucks no more. So
Yeah.
I was like, boom.
The
I'm moving up.
podcast is
For a part time gig, that's pretty
but
good
18 and
though.
Not
up,
it
man.
is.
You gotta
So-
be,
Yeah.
you gotta be grown to
Let me
watch
show,
this.
let me show.
So
But-
I think if but as a driver, like even for us, you know, we
That's
got
different.
trucks. Drivers get
They
more
get
money.
paid
They get
different.
six
Yeah, they
figures.
get paid different.
So that's what everybody trying to move up to. Everybody
To
goal
driver,
was to
right?
become a driver.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
My goal was to work at the corporate office in Sandy Springs because I was like, I'm finna finish school. So, and on drivers, they get paid for a reason because they really slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put in
Yeah,
a lot.
they
No
do.
AC in them trucks.
No AC.
No AC?
Whether it's snowing.
Hey man, we treat our people good at Amazon.
Amazon
I ain't know
probably
that.
different.
Yeah, we
Amazon-
got AC.
We speak for ourselves though, cause you know.
Damn, they got
But-
no AC on them.
No
trucks.
AC is crazy, bro.
I know like
No
the
heat
regular
either.
FedEx too?
No heat.
Or just
USPS.
UPS?
How
USPS
UPS
got
was no heat, no AC, nothing. You just in the
Damn.
truck.
Everybody or
No-
just certain trucks? Because I know that those trucks are
Them brown
owned
ones,
by
yeah.
people.
Oh, well, I'm not too sure as far as that.
They
But the
thugging.
ones that I
Yeah.
seen, not like the 18 wheelers. I ain't talking about those.
I'm talking about like the cargo.
yeah.
Yeah, the box truck. I mean, not the box truck, the cargo vans that they pull up in with the two doors that just be open.
No,
That's
the
why they
ones
ride
you
with
slide
the-
up in the back.
Yeah, that's why they ride with the doors open.
Yeah, that's why.
Cause it's hot.
Yeah. That's why doors be open. But they constantly in and out the truck, so I guess,
All
they're
that
probably
filling
looking at
up
it
the
like
gate,
air
yeah.
gonna go out, but they gotta stop being cheap. They just get some AC.
Bro, that's nuts that they don't have AC or heat. I would never be a driver for UPS.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. So yeah, I was doing that, and then they had me teaching the people how to load trucks. So when it comes to like packing, when it comes to moving,
Yeah.
I can load anything quick. So those still skills that I got to the day from there. And then from there, I went to LA, and it made me dream. This was my senior year of college. I got my last refund check. At that time,
Boy, I missed those refund checks, boy.
man, what? Speaking of refund checks, I really used mine to build my life. Like,
Real talk.
I bought my
You
first
should.
car, moved on campus, then boom, bought some furniture with the next one, then boom, bought something else, bought a laptop. I just was always, I bought assets. So I look at them. I use all my refunds for assets. I probably spent $1,000 on some clothes or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything went to straight assets.
Same.
Bro, that's really the hack. Like, student loans, like, when you go to school, it's not based on your credit. It's not based on nothing, bro. It's just based on you being eligible. And
Yeah.
every American citizen is eligible.
Yeah.
So it's like, I be telling people all the time, like, man, just go to school and just get student loans. Take 1 or 2 classes a semester and max your financial aid.
Yeah, and just do
But
right with
use the money the right
use the
way.
money the right way.
Don't fuck the money
You
off.
can't go to
Yeah.
spring break with the bread, right?
Nah,
Facts.
a lot of
A
people
A lot of
do
my
that.
classmates
though.
did that.
Oh yeah, I bet you like 60% of people probably do that. 70% of people do that.
I know
Definitely
a lot of people that
70%.
did it.
Yeah.
But for us, we did the exact opposite. We took our bread, the refunds, and scholarship money and whatnot, and we bought our first flip with that. And we ain't looked back since.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying? But let's take it a step further, man. So we got the young AJ floating around Georgia State campus now. Came from the country. He moved around a little bit. Now you say he went to LA and it opened his eyes a little bit. Was that
When I
your
went-
first time, like going outside of the city for real, like going outside of Georgia, or had you like,
Nah.
already been traveling around? Like,
As far as like going to the West Coast, yeah. Like of course, family vacation and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or going to Florida stuff like that. But as far as me, like really like just leaving the country and going to a bigger city than Atlanta, slick. Yeah, I think it was my first time. So that just opened my eyes to so much. Just being on Rodeo Drive, watching people pull up in Porsches, hop out, walk in restaurants, go shopping, and during the daytime at that.
Yeah,
on
it's
a
different
weekday.
down there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, they don't gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work either. So from there, came back, went to work for 2 days. 2 days. And then
back at FedEx.
Yep, back at UPS. Yep, went to work for 2 days.
Oh,
and
UPS.
then I just woke up one day and I said, I ain't going to work. I just had got my last refund check. So I didn't want to blow it either.
It was easy to say, I'm out of here.
The bag's in your pocket.
It was.
The bag just touched. He was like,
That's
I'm
how I
outta
went to LA.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took my refund, paid for my trip, came back, and I came back. I had like $5,500 left. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this money? Then I said, I thought about buying another car, and I'm like, nah, that'd be stupid. My car paid off. Then I was like, I'm not going to work though. I knew that much. But I didn't know what I was gonna do. I had 3 options though. I said I'm either start a clothing line, like t-shirt printing business, merch and all that. In high school, I was on the yearbook staff, so I'm good with the camera. So I was being like taking pictures and stuff like that of people, editing and stuff like that. So I either gonna probably start a production company, do music videos or just be a photographer in general. Then I was like, or I can do something in the tech lane because I do know how to assembly stuff.
Yeah.
Even working UPS, like it's still somewhat assembly too.
Right.
So I guess got on YouTube and Instagram, and I saw this guy. His name was Dino's Phones. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know D.
He got a shop in Decatur.
Yeah.
And at that time, I want to say he was like a year and a half in, but he was just another brother that looked like me. You know what I'm saying? So I saw him doing it. So I'm like, he can do it. I can do it too. Yep. So I was like, let me figure it out. So I quit. And when I quit, everybody was calling me like, what's going on? You are younger supervisor. We got so many expectations for you. Like
They're ready to give you a job back.
they're trying to give me, multiple times.
Yeah.
But they just want me, they just saw how I was and how I handled business. So they knew that I would be great in a corporate type position.
They was gonna groom you up.
Yeah. That's what they were doing. Literally. Like the whole 9. So from there, I was like, I just went answering the phone. So they reached out to my parents and stuff. Talking about some, we got
they really tried to walk them
they
down.
They thinking I'm going crazy or something. They're like, we got counseling services. UPS, they got so many different things for their employees. They're like, we can put him on this counseling thing to see what's going on, get him right, so he can come back. Blase. Yeah. But I wasn't going for it. I still went answering the phone. A few of them follow me on Instagram and stuff like that. So that's how like a few of the other supervisors that reached out like I ain't going back. And then they said me start my business. They said, I don't blame you, don't come back.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Like within the first 3 months, like they said that, and they all supported me though. Like they called me, I said, come down now, fix phones, and then I guess once they saw me doing it on my own, they didn't care that though. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you doing something bigger than us. You know what I'm saying?
So you were down to your last 5,500, man. What did you do? What was the next step? Like you took that money, you went and bought some phones, some phone cases, or you went and bought the screens, or you just started advertising. What was the next step?
I will say this before I continue. I wish I had a mentor at that time because I didn't know. I literally got on YouTube and I was listening to the people on YouTube tell me what to buy and how they did their process, and I'm trying to find, of course, a less cost efficient process.
Right.
So I had bought the machine to where I separate the glass myself. That machine was like $1,800. That took a lot of my money, and I never still today use that machine.
Yeah, I had one too.
You
bro.
did?
Ordered on Alibaba. I'm like, I'm finna save so much time, but I didn't like, by me fixing phones too, the timing that it takes to separate the glass is no point. And if you make one wrong move, the LED is what you need.
I remember when you bought that machine, he probably used it one time.
Literally. And the one time I used it, I was trying to test it out, but it's just take too long. It's too tedious using a little string.
Yeah.
Trying to melt the screen off. What is it? Ice freeze it off.
Yep.
And if the string hit the LED or the LCD, it's over with.
They'll turn to the other film. They got to replace that film too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and
it's
then
kinda,
at that point, it's worthless.
And it ruined the phone? It ruined the whole phone?
It ruined the
it
whole
ruined the screen.
Oh, screen.
So
yeah.
with phones, there's a screen, and this is glass, but behind
multiple
here
layers.
is the actual LED screen like a TV. So imagine a protector over a TV. You could take off the protector and save the TV, but once you take the protector off, and while taking it off, if you ruin the TV, it's over.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole point of it was the glass is cheap. This might be $2 for the glass, but this screen for this 15 might be $300.
Yeah.
So you like, shoot, if I can spend $2 and take 30 minutes to just take this
the
off,
glass off.
I'm lit. Because now I can charge $300 when everybody parts is $300. So I'm getting 1 million phones a day because you $500, I'm $300. But I'm making way more than you. You making $200 a phone, I'm making $289 a phone.
Exactly.
And I'm doing 100 of them. But the risk.
The risk. Oh man. So I actually mastered it. I did figure it out. I did one of them.
He said,
By the time I mastered the second one,
he had proof of concept.
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
proof of concept.
Proof
He
of
was like, I
concept,
did it
proof of
one
concept.
time.
So
It worked.
It worked. I'm telling you. So other stuff that I ordered, I ended up just ordering screens too, because I'm like, something ain't right. So I ended up ordering screens. So I took about 3 weeks from the time I quit my job in March of 2015. Took about 3 weeks, and I would wake up every morning like I'm going to work. I would watch YouTube videos for 3 hours. Then by the time my stuff came in, I was watching YouTube videos while I was practicing the repairs for about 3 hours. And after that, I would get on Craigslist, Instagram. I would start building up an Instagram page. I would like follow people all day, unfollow, doing that
Just
whole
to
little
get
game.
attention.
And I had built up 7,500 people following my business page before I even started traveling to people.
Lit.
So over them 3 weeks, like that's all I would do. Craigslist ads. I would post hella ads on Craigslist every day, at least 20 a day. So it was just Craigslist, Instagram, and Facebook, of course. So I was, use all them platforms to really build it. It got to the point of where 3 weeks later, I'm on the road. So when I got on the road, I did a sale. I said I'm gonna do 50% off. I started my business on a Wednesday. So
Okay.
I said I'm gonna do 50% off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
50?
50% off. The dumbest. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a dumb decision because word of mouth.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's some
that's
attraction
what
to you.
But
Yeah.
50?
I
How
didn't-
did you
I
have
didn't
a
know
profit
business.
in that?
I mean,
did, but I didn't.
100% of nothing is nothing. So I mean,
It was
if
like I
you're
did it for the marketing,
a
basically.
starting business, like
Did it work?
Like numbers. I was booked open and close every day from then to now, basically. So yeah, my first 3 days literally open and close, book.
so you opened up a location in this
I
time
was
period,
mobile.
or
I was just traveling to people.
Yeah, this
Oh,
car,
okay.
like
You
the
just
cube
you
car.
pulling up
Yep,
on them.
pulling up. So I had ordered a dry erase board. So I used to put the dry erase board down because it's magnetic.
Yeah.
So like my screws, at least they gonna still be in my lap. I don't got to worry about my screws rolling in the car, or I probably meet somebody at Starbucks and McDonald's. Those are my top 2 spots. So
Public location. If you don't know them, somebody off of Craigslist could be a shady character.
Man, what?
You just meet them at Starbucks.
Yeah.
You ever had something janky happen?
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's a blessing.
That's heck yeah.
No
for
cap, that's
sure.
a big blessing. Like I never had nobody like run off. It's for me being mobile, things like that. Like everybody mainly was cool.
Stand up.
Like I was in trap houses, fixing phones. I see Waka Flocka walk in type scenarios. Like
That's
it's
cool.
random stuff for real.
So what you think? I want to go back to what you said. Like you discounted 50% to grow your business, and a lot of times when I'm telling people, like it's not about just the money today. It's about the exposure, about the networking and the connections.
Yeah.
Nobody like they'll be like, no, I'm not about to give a discount. Like they need to pay their price. They be like, they pay Louis their price. I'm like, yeah, but Louis is established.
Around 100
Yeah.
years and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, y'all just started last week.
Right.
You gotta build your people. Build your
Nah,
following.
I agree. Like a lot of the times we do projects or we're doing projects like our first couple years in construction just to have that resume stamp. Like we built this, we built that, to be able to affiliate to it, even though we might have not made money or lost money. But it's like that money will lead to more money. But that's why I was like, I felt you on that. Like, shoot, sometimes it ain't just about the today money. It's about that long money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a gem, y'all. Like sometimes
For real.
that's the free advertising. Either you can charge 100% and get 2 bookings and then got to go spend all your bread on Facebook ads, or you do a 50% off promotion, beat everybody in the marketplace. Now you flood it with demand.
And you took their customers because me traveling to people, I'm able to be more personable with them. So that worked a lot. Like I was able to go to people's houses, families making dinner. I said they'll make me a plate. I mean with them. Yeah. And I'm just building relationships. And they're like, oh, we got this computer downstairs. We got this here. Yeah. So I'm all over the house fixing stuff for them. So it just worked hand in hand. And a lot of them families still shout me today. One of them actually called me last week. That son, their daughter out there. Yeah. They come to all my events, all that. But I'll get into that.
Yeah, better. For sure, man.
That's literally how it's supposed to be. Like, and when you do good business and you actually are in front of your clients, like you're saying, and you're able to be relatable and impersonable, right? That makes it easier for them to want to spend money with you. You get what I'm saying? So that's really cool and that's dope. And I definitely want to tap back into something else that you were saying earlier on about how you would wake up at 8 in the morning and clock in just to watch YouTube Academy like it was a real job. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times people don't understand that's what it takes. Like, you got to have that discipline. You have to be consistent. You have to lock in with yourself, for yourself, in order to get to that next level. So tell the people a little bit more about that. Like, how did you lock into that? Like, was it pressure saying, like, damn, I got to pay my bills, or damn, I want to be better than what I am right now? You get what I'm saying? Like, what made you unlock that and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up every single day, bet on myself, and see what happens.
What made me really take it serious was when I told my parents about it. So my mom, I never been type to ask her for money. You know what I'm saying? I always, even though I was in school, I was sending her money. Yeah. So it was a situation where, like, she was like, well, I know you're going to do well with whatever you do. As far as my dad used to send me money. So he was like, nah, you need to keep that job. I don't know who you think to be paid this. Yeah. You getting older now. I've just turned 21. You grown now. You need to figure it out. It's stupid. But that was because he never saw nobody do it before. You know what I'm saying? And me, like I said before, I saw my aunt do it. So that made me see that I can do it. Yeah. And now it's a lot of young brothers and sisters who see what I did, and now they see they can do it too. Just like I saw D knows phones doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like a domino effect. Seriously. So with that, I was like, I got to prove them wrong. That was my main goal, proving them wrong. Yeah. And it took about my second store for him to say, I'm proud of you. You were right. Yeah. He gave me all my flowers and everything. Yeah. So that was a good feeling. But leading up to that, like, it was just really proving him wrong, and probably, classmates, people talking. People always talking junk about people. Oh, why he quit that job? He's dumbass nigga. Yeah. But, in way out the other. Because now all on come shop with me, things like that. But yeah, just locking in. That was the main thing. I'm glad I went right into it. I'm glad I didn't take like a week off or a month off and then started my business when I quit my job, because I don't tell them what would have happened. I might would have got lazy. You know what I'm saying? But I literally quit one day and started the business the next day, and I just kept going every single day with it. Sundays, every single day with it. So, like I said, really I gave myself about 8 hours. 3 hours on YouTube University, teaching myself things. 2 hours marketing, and get then like a little hour lunch break or whatever. Like, I really was at work, took my lunch break, came back on YouTube University, the whole nine. Then I spent like an hour on my business plan. Like, I would always map out or draw my store, write down marketing strategies, different schemes, stuff like that. Just trying to figure out what would be my next step to grow. Because it was all about growth at that point, because I'm at the beginning. Yeah. So my whole thing was just growing my business.
Man, that's smart. I think a lot of times people try to make excuses like, I don't know nobody, or I don't have the resources, or how do I start? But then it's like, YouTube is free. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's YouTube, literally, I learned so much stuff from YouTube, like from business credit to personal credit to how to really understand real estate. Studying for the real estate licenses, I watched YouTube to get like,
literally tips. Any and everything that you want to know about is
on the tube, man.
It's on YouTube.
Literally. I was just on there today installing the radio on my truck. Like, YouTube.
It worked? Yeah. Hey, but you're a tech too. You know what it is.
Yeah. So it's like, it wasn't that hard. But like, I think YouTube is beautiful because it connects everybody, and you're able to really just type in anything and just go. And then nowadays, ChatGPT too, bro. Like,
I use it every day, bro.
Go.
I use it every day.
man, I was arguing with a
like
inspector earlier, and he was telling me the code, but I'm like, I don't know the codes off the top of my head. So I typed in ChatGPT, what's the code for this, and it came back, whoop. Then I show him, according to this IBC section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, line 2, this is the code, bro. You are wrong.
Yeah.
So you got like, and that's free.
And we passed.
Yes, I do it.
Inspection pass.
You can do a business plan on ChatGPT, free.
Everything.
Facebook ad setup,
Website
free.
designs.
Web, like,
This is not
everything.
a paid advertisement either, ChatGPT. Y'all might can send us a check, though.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying though, like, I'm thinking back on like the grassroots, like this generation now has, like, they really don't even have to really think for real. They could just type in
Everything
a
is at their
prompt.
fingertips.
It's good and
for
bad though. I saw a meme. It was like when you go to the doctor in 2050 and your doctor learned everything from ChatGPT, and then you land out dead.
That's a fact.
But it go hand in hand. It go hand in hand for sure.
So you started a store, right?
Not mobile.
Mobile.
Yep.
And then you got your first location.
Yep.
How'd that work out? Like how'd that come about?
So my aunt, she ended up moving to a bigger building in Griffin, and she gave me an opportunity. She said, I see what you're doing. I see you about to graduate, stuff like that. She was like, I can rent you out a suite in the back for $100 a month.
Oh man.
I said, $100? Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
That's one phone.
Man, what? So I said, oh, let me get a credit card. I applied for a credit card in my business. Boom, Capital One Spark cards.
Yeah.
500.
Yep.
With no business credit, nothing. Gave me $500. Went to Home Depot, blew that $500 on paint, get my boards and stuff. Then I started going around in the community. I was just being young and just going to places, telling people what I'm doing. I'm about to open up this store. That's how old I was, and I always look younger than what I am. So that was like, yo, you take this. They started giving me free stuff. Gave me free showcases, free couches, like everything.
Yeah.
Free file cabinets, desk. I'm like, dang,
That's
like
lit.
chairs. Or,
And this back home and this is here in
this is my
Atlanta?
back home, my hometown.
Okay.
But let me lead up that right quick. So, like I said, I was living in Atlanta. So I was traveling to Griffin twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. I would say hours from 2 to 7 o'clock.
That's like what, 40 minutes to an hour away?
Yep. So I'll get on Facebook and be like, hey, I'm gonna be fixing phones in Griffin. At that time, it was summertime, so my in contact business, it was done.
Yeah.
So I was just going to her office, and I
You
have
basically
customers
at the
pull
whole
up.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was before I had my store though. So yeah, I just go in her office. This is them 2 days a week. I have 30-minute appointments back to back for everybody. So everybody in and out. I already know who finna come. And then grace periods. Like I'm acting like a barber. Like I'm cutting hair.
Yeah. Got a timer, man. Let's go.
Yeah. So, but back then I ain't gonna lie, I was way more put together, and organized down. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting
You got
lazy or
lax?
something. Yeah.
You got
Little bit.
laxed?
I'm trying to get back.
You getting
I'm
too
trying
much
hard.
money?
I'm trying hard to get back. I'm trying.
Now,
getting too
AJ,
much
what time
money,
you wake
man.
up, man?
Today I wake up about 10:30.
What?
Yeah, that's too late.
That's late, man.
Yeah, that's late.
Man, 10:30.
You know how much business we got handled by 10:30?
I mean, but I lay in the bed.
You know how
and
many
handle
checks
business
got
first,
cashed
though.
by 10:30?
So I lay in the bed from 10:30 to
Man.
about 12. And but I'm like doing all my orders. I'm sending the Ubers to my stores. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything. Then.
Man, you got to get up like
What time y'all
by
wake up?
6:30
7? Yeah, I wake
at
up
the
like
latest.
I ain't
6.
never got
I'm
up
up
there.
before the sunrise.
6:30, bro.
Even my classes in college, I put them in the afternoon.
Think about it. Between 6:30 and 9, most
Yeah.
people aren't out. Nothing's going on. So
Yeah.
you could go get your like regular tasks done before people move around. Go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Use that
yeah.
7 to 8 hour to go to the gym. Then 8 to 9, do what you got to do. Like I'll be at the bank when it open. When nobody else ain't there. At the tag office when it open.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I'm the first one in and out. Whereas if I wait till 10, it's flooded.
Everybody in
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm finna handle some business or something like that, then yeah.
Something important.
But like these days, it's like,
I'm rich. That's how you
No,
feel.
it ain't even that. It ain't even
I
that.
sleep when I want.
Right.
I mean, you do must
Sleep is for the rich. That's what they say.
But no, it's like at this point, it's like my staff, like they let themselves in. They do everything
Yeah.
themselves. I don't gotta tell them anything.
You got the business running itself.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So now it kind of runs itself, so I'm able to relax a little more.
Yeah, he escaped the rat race, honestly. Like, that's the key, like, to escape the rat race
Yeah.
and be able to get out of the business. So, do you miss being in the business day to day?
I feel like I can get more sales because I can go in there and I can make somebody buy AirPods, cases, and everything like that because it's just something that instilled in me that I know at this point. when it comes to my employees, they might get you to buy a case, but they might not get you to buy the screen protector and the AirPods to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of employees, man.
Not
speaking
today.
of
Not
employees,
today.
I was about to go there too.
How do you handle like the hiring process and choosing the right people to put into your store, to talk to your clients?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To keep them coming back and shopping with you.
So with that, it really depends on. So when I first started, I'm gonna take it back. I used to have a family-owned business. Mm-hmm. It was a point where my sister and 2 cousins worked for me at one time. So with that, it was like I was hiring people I could trust when I first started, to be honest with you. Because I'm like, I don't want somebody to just come in and they stealing stuff. Cause I saw how much money I was making.
A lot of small things that little inventory that could walk off.
Small stuff. Like a customer can literally come in. They can be like, oh, give me your number. I'll pull up on you when I leave work, type thing. Like I didn't want that type of stuff happening in my business. So I started out mainly had my cousin in the front. She was the cashier. My sister, she was working the shift. I taught her how to fix phones. I taught my little boy cousin how to fix phones. He was in on fixing phones. So it was like,
that's dope.
Yeah, everybody
teach
just
man
working.
How to fish. Now they know how to. They probably still to this day know how to fix a phone. There's some money to be made.
Yeah. Well, my guy cousin, he ended up going to Georgia. Every break he would come back. He would fix phones on his breaks, and now he's a VP. So now he got his own location. I got him a location in Jonesboro.
That's lit.
Set him up for him. We did the ribbon cutting, the whole 9.
That's hard.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man.
Yeah. And I put that in his community as well.
Where
so it is build a business even more.
Yeah.
So his family members, as far as like his aunt and all them, his dad's side basically, they live in the area, so they able to shop. My family on my mom's side, my dad's side, they able to go there and shop. So it's like everything is a building thing.
The snowball effect, man. Mm-hmm. That was the name of our first episode.
Yeah. How was it when you started hiring people outside the family, though?
So that's when I guess I had to just take a step back, because I had to like let me get them an opportunity to mess up first before, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to let them go or, situations like that. So it was a friend. I had a friend named Ant. He used to work with me. So he was basically, he wasn't family, but he was somebody I still knew, you know what I'm saying? So I told him how to fix phones too. He was working in my shops. He was running my shop. So, it was all about still trust for me.
Yeah.
Then from him, that was for a person outside the family. Then from him, it was like I'm hiring people off Indeed.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so that's when it became like, okay, I gotta
go through your resume. Real business.
You gotta really vet people and stuff. Yeah.
I gotta test you. So I was testing people on the spot, and I'm more chill now, but I used to be like real hard, like for real. So like I used to be like, oh, you time for interview? All right, bet. Fix the phone right down the spot.
Yeah.
I used to pick everybody on the spot. Like if you want to prove yourself, prove yourself.
Yeah.
So I pick people on the spot literally when they come in, because a lot of people, they'll lie to try to get the job. Like, nah, we ain't finna be training you.
There's no training.
When you lied on your resume, crack up all the phones. She like, bro, get out, bro, get out.
And I seen that, but luckily, I get them a crack screen at first to take off just to be sure they can do it. Then after I do it that first time, I get on one that works. Then after that, I start timing them. So I had them do like 3 phones during each interview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So with that,
that's smart.
But that's the main thing, because in my industry, it's kind of hard finding people who want to fix phones or know how to fix phones for real. Like, it's not like, because you know how you go to barber school? You don't really got too many phone schools like that. Right. So it's not like a big pool of people I could pull from.
You ever thought about doing something like that? Like offering a course to...
I did.
You did? You did that already?
Yeah.
How was that? How was that?
I had people traveling from South Carolina, North Carolina, places like that to come do it. So I used to charge $75 an hour. I was just, set up a time, and I used to teach them, certify them and everything.
That's lit, man.
Yeah, I got about,
this man
about
a real,
15 students under my belt.
A real entrepreneur, real hustler, real CEO, man. I love it, man.
Dang, so when you hire people at your store, they have to come in knowing how to fix phones. You don't even...
At this point, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Because at this point, I mean, now it's everybody fixing phones too. It's more now than it was then. Like I started back when the iPhone 6 was a brand new phone. That was the iPhone 15. Yeah. So back then it was like, shoot, when nobody fixing phones because it was a new industry. So luckily I started then, because a lot of people who join it now, it's like you're either gonna sink or you're gonna swim. Because there's so much competition. So you gotta have like at least a name to really, you know what I'm saying, to grow for real.
So what have been some of the ups, the downs, like challenges and triumphs?
Man. So My first store, I ended up finding this manager. His name is Cody. So he was a person who I hired who was better than me.
Smart.
Luckily. Yes.
Yeah.
So how you
Yes.
wait before you go far? How did you feel like? All right, I'm a small business. It's just me. I'm not used to paying nobody. How am I now gonna like pay somebody when I'm barely able to pay myself? Because that was something I struggled with, and honestly didn't really understand until like maybe, bro, a year ago when I joined this
Boardroom.
group, the boardroom. Like there was like, you know, like.
You want to be a hustler or you want to be a CEO?
Yeah.
So if you gotta work every day to eat and you gotta be in the business, then you really just a
Can't
hustler.
grow the business.
You can't grow. So
You're not
then
a
it's
CEO.
like-
You're a worker.
but to me, I'm like, I'm the CPA, I'm the marketing, I'm everything. Like
At that time, that's
I
how it
wanted to
was.
keep all the money, but then I realized that you miss so much money because you can't, do everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
can't have
saying?
no personal life. Like you can't just. It's just straight work.
And once you get sick, it's over.
Yeah.
Like you get sick, ain't no money
stop.
made,
Yeah, it's over with.
no appointments, no phones getting fixed.
And it's so easy to become a robot.
Yeah.
It becomes so easy, bro. Like if you just sitting there working every day, just doing everything every day, it's like you can lose touch.
Yeah.
For real, for real. So
How you felt though? Like, all right.
I was like that at a point.
Yeah. I'm
Because
like,
I
man,
hadn't
ain't
started.
Yeah.
Like so, I had like literally. So like I said, I was a fix the phones on the Tuesdays and Fridays in Griffin. Then at 7:00 when I leave Griffin, I had appointments lined up in Atlanta. So I drive to Atlanta mobily. I fix phones till 2 a.m. Go home, go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was waking up a little early. I was waking up at 8. So
You not a morning person?
Huh?
You not a morning person?
at all.
Yeah, I can see.
I don't even do morning flights unless I'm around the country. Cause you got to.
Would you do a red eye overnight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I'm doing both, man.
Night
I'm
cool.
getting up.
I'll be up at night.
I'm getting up.
So yeah, so I was just doing that. I would wake up, fix phones, try to knock out all my appointments before I go down to Griffin. Or if I had to pick up inventory, I'll do it in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead and handle my business basically. Go down there. So I was like on time then. I went on time today. But back then I was the most punctual person you ever meet.
I know the trap had to be booming, man. I know.
Yeah.
Bro, that phone
when
trap
people
different.
when people phone is broke,
They ready
you know they
now.
want their phone
Now.
to get fixed right now. So I know your,
And at
your
that
phone
time-
bumping all day, every day. You pulling
Yeah.
up too?
And at that time, like I said, being black and doing it, it was just me and D.
Yeah.
Like that was literally it. So, you know, we had a lot of competition. When I opened my first store, a guy ended up ripping up my business cards and left them at my door. My first week in business in Griffin. So what I did was, of course, I got my cards and I was going around, I guess, pin my cards, in the Chinese spots, all the
Yeah.
restaurants, barbershops, stuff like that. I guess I came to his territory. So he ended up taking my cards, ripping them up, and he just left them at my door. And he wrote me a letter. A full-page letter. I'm like, this gotta be the biggest hater. It gotta be.
Yeah, don't
'Cause
come
ain't
around
no
here
wa-
fixing phones, man.
Cause ain't no way. I'm like,
I fix phones around here.
man, yes. That's exactly what he was saying. This is my territory, this is my city, blase, blase, blase. So I showed my aunt, and it was another guy who did taxes, and they know him. I'm young. The dude, he like 40. They're like, oh, you talking about blah, blah, blah. Oh, he be messing up everybody's phones anyway, da, da, da. Just
Yeah.
put me on game because I'm
He got
living in
one. He
Atlanta.
got 1 star on Google.
Yeah. he had to. I give him.
Yeah, too.
But no, for real though, I was living in Atlanta this whole time, so it's like I don't know my competition in Griffin.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I just saw an opportunity that she
Yeah,
gave me.
young
So
kid from the city.
I'm just going with it. So literally, like I said, my second week. But I guess everybody was coming to me because I went to high school down there, going to college too. And everybody on Facebook.
Oh,
It can make it
all
break you.
ages. Yeah,
It'll
all
make it
ages.
break you. If they
Facebook
post something
percent.
bad about your business, sales go down.
I ain't gonna lie.
They
Where I
happen
go
before.
first is Facebook now. Like when I'm looking
Yeah.
for subs and stuff, I go on Facebook. I go to Facebook groups. I
Yeah.
go looking
Yeah.
through Facebook
I love
Marketplace.
Facebook.
Man.
I buy most of my stuff on Facebook, bro.
Marketplace.
Yeah,
yeah.
The marketplace is really nice.
Yeah.
Especially if you could get into a certain different, like you said, groups and communities and stuff like that. Once you start meeting these people, then you're able to build different relationships. And some of our best subs and some of our people that provide us with materials and all that kind of stuff, they come from
Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace, man.
Wow.
So let me ask you this, man, because I know we starting to wrap up in a few, man. So give the people something that they can like really, really jump off with. Like, so when you're doing your marketing for your stores and your locations, you got multiple locations, multiple businesses. How do you market?
I tried everything. When I first was getting started, well, after the guy ripped up my cards, I told my dad. My dad said, he got us fucked up.
Yeah.
So in Griffin, they got everything cheaper down there. They got $100 billboards.
Okay.
Huh?
100. Yeah. Still to the day. They're probably like 150 now, but it's still low. My dad said, we finna get 4 of them. We put 4 billboards, so me on the billboard, like with the phone stuff all around the city.
That's hard.
Dude was mad. He made a Facebook post. He was talking shit.
So Pops went from your biggest hater to your biggest supporter, huh?
Yeah.
All because somebody tried the Dewberries.
Yeah.
Man.
He said, oh, no, it ain't going like that.
Ain't nothing like that.
Let's get all the billboards
bro.
in the city, man.
So that's one method I tried. But fast forward to the day, I don't think billboards is it as effective as they are then.
It's really just for the
social media.
I think
it's for the flex.
Yeah, for sure. So I tried that. Of course, ads. You know, I was big on Craigslist, so I would have somebody. What that was out of the country. That was in I want to say like Nigeria or something, but they'll do all my ads for me.
Yeah.
So that's when I started. I got into Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Definitely check out.
That's
Fiverr.
a good gym.
Yeah.
I use Fiverr a lot. I used to use it for graphics and stuff.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, real
So
talk.
I tapped into that. You know, really, it's like a freelance site. So I was able to outsource everything, just get more ideas.
For the low?
For the low. I would literally pay $120 a week, and they would post 600 ads throughout the whole week. They'll break it down and do probably like 80 or 90 a day for me. So I love that because everybody calling. Because some ads get taken down. That's why I have so many too. So, you know, probably about at least half of them going to stick. So
The laws of averages, man.
You think Craigslist still lit?
Nah.
I haven't been on Craigslist in years.
That's like
I don't think so.
It's kind of old.
What about OfferUp? I don't use that either.
Me either.
I really just use Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
Marketplace.
Marketplace is less work. I'll say that as far as the other places because everything is on one app. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep up with everything. Look at previous conversations. You know, you can even call them. All that. So that's why I like Marketplace now.
So would you ever franchise your locations, or you just want to keep them all in the family?
I've been debating, man, seriously, because with me about to open up this 4th one, it's gonna be in Forest Park. I already found the spot. I'm just get some things together so I can do it how I want to do it because I want to do it the right way. Not even the right way. I want to do it the best way.
Yeah.
And that is where leads to what you just asked me. So after I open this location, I want to be able to offer a franchise.
That's hard.
I just want one more in my belt because I got 3, but it's like
So you want to build this next one to be like your flagship store where it will be like, okay, this is how the Level 10 brand is, and we'll build like this, right? That's what you're saying?
No, I say more so. No, all my stores are the same because over the past few years, I've been changing all of them. I changed all my windows, so all the windows in each store are the same. I got a mural painted, a Level 10 mural, foam mural in each store. So it's like all the stores are basically the same look. So I did all that last year because I've been preparing for this for a while.
That's lit.
And next year also will make 10 years in business for me.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, so Level
That's
10 gonna be on
dope,
10,
man.
literally.
And you got 2 here and then 1 back home.
Well, one in Atlanta, one in Jonesboro, and one in Griffin. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So each store is actually 25 minutes from each other.
Wow.
What's your favorite store?
I like going to my Jonesboro store because I got rooms in the back. I can just go and close the door and get away.
Yeah.
And all the good food spots about there. So all the restaurants. I like, only got
In
to drive
Jonesboro?
get food. I can walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clayco got all the good food.
Now, which one makes the most money?
All right, Clayco.
Griffin always.
Really?
Because back
In
home-
the
Atlanta
country?
did. It's hometown.
Yeah, it's the home.
Yeah.
Man. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, it's like I had my business there for so long. Shoot,
You the
They
go-to.
know. They
I've
know.
been
Yeah.
stopped advertising down there.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't advertised in Griffin in like 6 years.
That's hard.
And even now, like I advertise less. I say that because now it's more so of a household name. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I like, you know, how you look at your searches, see how they found you. A lot of people type in Level 10. Don't even type in iPhone Predator. Just type in Level 10. I be seeing or Level 10 Atlanta when they looking for me.
Yeah.
Because they just look for the name versus who
iPhone repair.
nearby. Stuff
They
like
already
that, too.
associating it to the brand.
So that's why I say it's at a good point now where I feel comfortable franchising.
Is it a whole bunch of competition with that? Because, you know, I see the You Break, I Fix companies. And
Oh, there to
a bunch of
go.
them.
They to go.
There it goes, you think?
Yeah, but
Okay.
they been franchising though. That's why as well. So
Okay,
when
yeah.
I start franchising, then
You
it's
trying
gonna
to
be
be
a
like
different
them.
thing.
'Cause I see those stores every damn where.
Yeah.
They be on every damn block.
They in
In the
Walmart's,
malls.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay.
And we also getting Apple certified this year as well.
That's gonna hype you all the way up.
So yeah, I just been, just building, working, and of course, try and get this house together first. I put everything else on back burner, slick. So once I get this done, then I can dip and dash. So that's why I said December.
Let's get into that a little bit too, because we talked about the phones. We talked about how you got into, really entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your other endeavors that you have, the different business opportunities that you have.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about some real estate too.
Okay. My foundation, I started my nonprofit 8 years ago. That's something that I always wanted to do, because I always knew what type of person I wanted to be. I always knew I wanted to be like a big leader. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing I started with my food drive.
Yep, you did food drives, downtown, back to school drives, all that, man. Turkey drives,
everything.
You've been doing it for a long time too, man.
So I started with a food drive downtown. It's out my own pocket, because I didn't know how to really get grants and stuff at that time. So I didn't even have my 501(c)(3). I was just doing it, but I had a title though. It was level 10 of friends anyway. Yeah. And then once I saw that it's something I was gonna stick with, then I went ahead and got it legalized.
Right.
So giving out scholarships, I give out $1,000 scholarship to each high school in my hometown every single year, to the seniors graduating, going to college. I send tuition to UGA, Harvard, Yale. Been doing this for years now. Even from that, I started doing more so character development for record labels. So like YSL would call me, when things were going on. So I would set up back to school bashes at Cleveland Avenue Park. Yeah. Like Umfu, Yak Gotti, people like that. Just building good character, showing good faith, writing letters of recommendation, things like that. Same with QC. I did a turkey drive for Collision. And Keith Dorsey, he had me do one for the influencers. So it was just a lot. And I did all this in 1 month, believe it or not.
That's dope.
Because it was, it'd be a certain time when everybody doing giveaways.
Yeah.
So I became a damn event planner. Yeah. I was an event planner too. Like, I was just doing everything, man. But outside of all this, I still got my phone shops I got to take care of, you know what I'm saying? But at that time where I was on this level with my foundation, I'm already hands off with the phone. So that's why I was able to do other stuff. Like I never want to be that type of person that just is overwhelmed or overloaded. Because before I really got started my business, I saw other entrepreneurs kind of be like that. And with them being like that, they couldn't make something 100%. Because I feel like you got to give something at least 100% until you can be hands off.
Correct.
If you can't be hands off until you at 100%, just all in. So, yeah, that's why I was able to do like my foundation, because that's something that, like I said, it's an interest of mine. Yeah. And then from there, I ended up getting into the vending machines. So by the time I opened up my Atlanta location, I ended up putting the vending machine in there. Oh, let me just see how I do, because it's downtown, it's in the city, people walking by, like they're gonna need some snacks. Right. And I was right by the courthouse too.
Even the people that's waiting for their phone to get fixed, they might want a bag of chips, want a little Snickers or something.
Mm-hmm. Even the local businesses, they will walk there, go to my vending machine, buy a case, and go back to work.
It's lit.
Like, because they were like, well, I don't feel like, getting a whole meal. I just want like a Snicker bar and a drink. So they'll just come, do that, and keep it moving. Then from there, I ended up getting an ATM machine. And now my stores have ATM machines in them, because you got to have cash. Like, today is crazy. My internet went out in my Griffin store at 1 o'clock. I had called one of my employees. It was about 4. I said, we ain't had no customers since 1? He said, oh, no, everybody paying cash. You can't see it because the internet down. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, send me a picture so I can see what's going on. So he sent me a picture. I'm like, okay, I see everything going there.
That's good and bad.
Yeah, it's good and bad because, like, cause right. But like I said, I'm at a point now that where I got trust with all my staff members. Everybody who been working with me now has been with me for at least 2 years at this point. So yeah, let me take it back though, cause you had asked me a question about employees.
He take the backpack. He ain't letting that one go.
I'm not. Nah, cause you called me angry one day. You called me upset.
Man, look, I ain't gonna this phone case that's on this phone right here, man. I went to one of AJ's stores. I ain't gonna say which.
He gonna wait till this story, y'all.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but since you want to bring it up, I'm gonna bring it up. This dude ain't have no customer service, y'all. I walked in the store. He ain't even speak. He was just sitting up fixing somebody's phone. He ain't pay me no mind. I was like, say, well, I get a, iPhone case for this phone. Like, where they at? How much? Like, I was like literally pulling his teeth to get the answers out. You feel me? But of course, I'm going to support my brother So I still bought the phone case. You get what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
But if it would have been at another store, it would have been a different story.
Yeah. And let me tell you how I dealt with this situation. So that's why I want to bring it up, because I want to show that, everything ain't always perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every business have bad apples or things can't happen. So I did have a loan. Of course, talk with him about it. Actually ended up lowering his pay by $1.
Oh, damn, I got that boy. Pay cut.
Until I see a change,
My bad, my boy.
But outside
If you see it.
But outside of that, I know my strong people, my strongest people. So even with that employee, he was only working 1 day a week.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but an employee went on vacation, so he had to fill in for them.
Yeah.
Type thing. So that's how you end up running through that situation. Because usually that's my Sunday staff member. Because people
on a slow
hate
day,
work on Sundays.
He might be really good. And sometimes this is a learning point too, right? As CEOs, as bosses, we got to know our employees or our people strengths and weaknesses, right? He might be the most efficient person that knows how to fix the screens. He might fix screens in 10 minutes when everybody else fix screens in 15, 20 minutes, right? Meaning he could roll out more customers before everybody else. We don't need him to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Put him in the back and let him go fix the phones.
And that's what I'm leading to, because I do want to keep him. He's great. He's loyal and all that. So, it is somebody I do plan to keep. So I just been trying to figure out a different way or place to put him. But yeah, he definitely don't want to deal with customers though. I do know that. Me and him talked about that. I do know how he felt about it.
Yeah. And not everybody's people person, And with technical stuff, people are usually like introverted with that anyway. So they want to be like in a zone, locked in.
And then customers come in, they want to talk to you too.
Yeah.
So they want to have
Like,
conversations while you fixing the phone.
Man, what kind of phone cases y'all got? You feel me? Like, y'all got the designer ones. Y'all got the protective. I'm friendly. I want to talk. What's up? What we doing?
And how I'm able to maximize
I'm about to
profits
spend
in
my money.
business. Yeah.
You got to talk to me.
Facts. How I'm able to maximize profits in my business is I try not to overhire as well. Like I try not to have somebody in the front and somebody in the back, because the person in the front might be sitting on their phone the whole time. Because the person who really in the back
doing the work,
really running the store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like that at a point. I had somebody in the front, somebody in the back, and then it got to the point where the person who fits in the phone, shoot, they talk to the customer too. So I'm like, well, we don't need the other person.
Right.
They able to make this, just sell the cases, ring everything up, answer the phone. So now it's like I mainly keep one person in the store at a time.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Man, going back to the ATMs, just like a personal question for me.
Yeah.
Is the ATM business like really profitable, you think?
To be honest, I feel like it depends on the life you want to live, I guess. Okay. I say that. Okay. I think it's best for like a kid's business. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got some kids, you want them to start their own business. Like, yeah, hey, y'all can load up the snacks and y'all get the money. I think it's a good like starter business for sure.
Okay, yeah.
But
wait, the vending machines or the ATM?
Oh, the ATM. That's what I was.
Oh,
ATM
my bad. Yeah. ATM machines. Oh yeah, it's definitely profitable. Yeah. It's just all about putting them at the right locations. That's what it's all about.
Okay. Let me ask you a question about that. So with the ATMs, you purchase the ATM yourself and then you service it with a third party company. Like, how do you get the money in your ATM?
So I'm about to break it down for you.
Yeah, break it down.
So my very first one, I was like, I want to keep everything. Yeah. I bought the ATM, put my own money in there. I put like $10,000 in there to just see how it started out. Because I'm thinking you got to have so much in there, but you don't. So I did that, started out, and then it did good. It did good. My second one, I ended up leasing. So I'm gonna lease a machine this time. Try that. So I ended up leasing the machine. I put it in the location. But the good thing with leasing the machine is they cover the repairs. They do cover the repairs. And even with that, I was still putting my own money in there. So when I put my machine in Griffin, I ain't spend a dime. I called the guy. He said, we're gonna put the machine down now. We're gonna load the money. We're gonna handle everything for you. How much do you want to charge? I told him with the fee I want to charge. I said I want to just do like $3. They get 25 cents.
Boy, the strip club be tearing me up, boy.
$10.
Yeah, $10.
How much? Last time I went to strip club was $10.
Man, I could almost say it. I ain't gonna say it too loud because my CPA, my accountant, and Justin, they probably gonna jump me if I say it too loud. But that's why I like going to the ATM before I go to the strip club because they be tearing me up. Yeah, I gotta get me one in the strip club.
Nah, for real. But they gonna have their own.
Yeah.
That's the money place.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So with my last one, I literally get about. They only get 30%, and I get to keep 70%.
Dang.
As far as the fees, but they literally doing
So
everything.
most of the money is from the fees.
Yeah,
That's all the
That's
money.
all the money
That's all
come
the
from the
money.
fees.
You just making money off your money.
Okay.
Like, I'm charging you to get access your money right now,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Instead
Then
of
you
getting it from
max
your
'em.
institution that'll give it to you for free.
Make them only be able to get like 300 max. And
I
then
do
they got to do
200.
2 transactions. So so you do 200.
Yep.
they
So
gotta
if you
do
want to buy a
$6.
phone, at a point, I did cash only for phones, like certain devices, until I got comfortable taking cards for devices. Because
People charge bad.
man, what? That's another thing we can speak
that's
on
the
real
worst,
fast. Chargebacks is crazy. You always want to protect yourself, so you gotta be sure you have contracts or any type of documentation with that person's name, signature, where they get in, the date. You also want to have their ID sometimes. Not every time. You know, it depends. You know when to check ID and when not to. I feel like
You ain't gonna
most
check an
people-
ID for a phone case, but you might check an ID of somebody will come and buy 2 iPads and an Apple Watch. You like,
Because I had a dispute the other day for $30, and I'm like, I didn't even dispute it myself because I'm like, they probably didn't even fill out a sign-in sheet because they probably just got like a case or something small.
The bank
probably
gonna give it
like
back.
a battery pack or something, something simple. Versus, of course, our repairs, papers, phone sales, papers, iPads, all the whole nine.
because that's
waivers.
also a liability too. Like,
Yeah.
how does it work if you break somebody's phone?
That's the best part about documentation. Once in that fine print, it's in the fine print. But when it comes to breaking phones, we offer warranty. We offer a 14-day warranty for all defects. Of course, if you crack it yourself, you got to pay for it again.
Yeah.
But even with that, if you just got it done, we'll offer 10 to 50% off.
Oh, wow.
Just because we want to keep the customer coming because, we don't want you upset at us because you dropped the phone on the carpet and it cracked.
Yeah.
And it can happen on the carpet as far as what they tell me sometimes. They might be lying because they might not want to pay. It might was the concrete. I don't tell them, but they always swear. I dropped it on the carpet.
All kind of stories, huh?
But so you definitely want to do that, protect yourself. And when it comes to water damage, we be sure we put that in there too. So anything that comes in water damage is not on the warranty period because we can't really know where the water traveled to. Of course, we can fix it and get it working, but if
Y'all
it
can't guarantee
stopped
a warranty
working
on it.
a week later or an hour later, we can't.
Yeah.
We're not gonna give you a brand new phone, for that situation.
Facts.
We had to give out brand new phones before, so in a type of situation like that, that probably happened due to an employee mistake. 9 times out of 10, because I always try my face with anything I do. Because like I said, you got to build, the household name so people can go to you. You want people just bashing you online. Because bashing a business can really destroy a business.
Yeah, we've seen it. I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah,
Multiple
for sure.
businesses. Heck yeah. They can destroy you. Like the wrong post go viral. And
Yeah.
everybody just don't rock with you no
Man,
more.
I had that happen last year. But
No.
I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to keep it brief, though. So it was Christmas time.
No,
Somebody-
worst time.
No, it was a
That's
great
the best time of the year.
It was a great time for me because I had made money. I thought I was making money. So I had a plug on iPads. I just got them and I was just like, oh yeah, these good. I'm just selling them. I didn't know that the iPads can update. All these parents about these kids iPads and stuff for the holidays, and they were upset.
They can't update. What you mean?
It was like the iPad Mini 1s and 2s. You know what I'm saying? Like now, we want iPad Mini 6.
Yeah.
So even the phones, it was like me selling the iPhone 6 in 2014, basically. So, they look good. They still able to play on them, but if just certain apps
Couldn't
they can
update it.
download,
Yeah.
like you gotta be, you gotta have a certain update to play certain games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But we had different iPads too. We didn't just have the cheap ones. They just chose to buy the cheap ones. No, we had iPads for $100. Those the ones we did the big sale on. We had ones for $200, $300, $400. So, of course, it depends on what you buy.
Right.
But once we caught on to it, don't get me wrong, we started labeling in the back and we started letting customers know. We just didn't know at first.
Yeah.
So that whole first 30 days batch that went out, we didn't know. So I did right. I was like, well, shit, we just got a refund them. So we got our refunds and stuff like that. But it always gonna be some people who probably didn't come get a refund or who probably just
Still
mad.
wanted to drop that review.
Just mad, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had this girl, she had made a Facebook post. She had with a whole paragraph and everything. Then everybody else who had that same problem in the comments sharing it. Yeah, I bought an iPad too. iPad was some bullshit. But I always had more supporters than haters though. Yeah. So my supporters tell me, "Oh, just take it back. He'll give you a refund. Just take it back. He'll straighten you out." So that's the best part about straightening your face, because people, when you do it for people, they don't always defend you. So that worked out in my favor. Even them sharing it, talking about some these folks hating, or them sharing it, talking about some shop level 10. You know what I'm saying? So they were still able to do that. So it balanced out, but sales did go down. I had to do a lot of rebuilding. Sales, I ain't gonna lie, it had dropped by like 40% for like 2 months.
Dang.
And this mainly happened in Griffin. Which, of course, you know, hometown, it's like, that's how I spread it so fast, because it was like, they know me and my family, you know what I'm saying? So it was just something to talk about.
Everybody talking about, AJ sold some bogus-ass iPads.
Yeah. Don't buy no iPad for level 10.
AJ some Android-ass iPads, man.
Man, what? So, yeah. So I had to deal with that. Had to just eat it and fix it. So I ended up making a post the next year when I sold iPads, because we had better iPads. And I said, by the way, these iPads are not like the ones from last year. I do apologize for that. I put it at the bottom of the couch. So they read it. They saw it. They didn't sell how they did the year before, but they still did good. I ain't gonna lie. The year before, iPads, bro, I was spending $20,000 every 3 days ordering iPads, because I was selling out every day. My niece's nephews, I had them cleaning iPads. I was like, hey, they out of school yet? I got a job for them. You know, everybody look for a little something to do.
Right.
Get on $20. They getting iPads, cleaning them up and stuff. Like, they count them, we label them, everything. I'm like, okay. And then I don't got time to drive to Atlanta to drop them off. Or I might not have time to go to Jonesboro to drop them off. And at this time, I put myself back in the field, because I had to clean them too. Yeah. I'm like, shit, I got people outside. Yeah, we got iPads. Oh, let me clean these up right quick.
Now look,
I'm cleaning.
That's what I was about to say too.
Ready.
Just because we CEOs, right, and we want to remove ourselves from being the hustlers, don't mean that you don't get back in the field and get dirty sometimes. Because you got to remember, though, that's actually what made us. You know what I'm saying? That's where we started at. Yeah. And you know, I feel this way. I wouldn't want my guys doing anything that I haven't done myself. You feel me? So all of the Home Depot runs, or talking to the different crews and recruiting different guys, and all of that, like everything in between, man. I've been there, done that. So when I send them out to do this, it might even be the smallest thing, as like picking up trash in the parking lot or something like that, cleaning up a job site. I've done it all. So.
And you got to lead by example too. So they see you doing it, they're going to do it too. You know, like I'd probably walk downstairs and I'm like, why y'all take trash out? And I'll take it out. Even though I'm going to say something to them, I'm going to do it so they'll be like, oh, dang, well, he can do it. Why didn't I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, why you take trash out? Here, go take this trash. Because they can be a little disrespectful. Depends on how it come off.
How you say,
like, you know, you tell somebody to take out trash type thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I still got my point across. And that's the whole point of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Man, that's dope, man. So I think definitely good gems, bro. Good perspective. Like, just real game. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be wanting to just hear. So when somebody sit on our YouTube video, they actually could feel like I learned something. You know, they could feel relatable. Like, I'm listening to you like, okay, bet. Like, maybe I'm about to run me a special, so I can give me some holiday kitchens or bathrooms, because it's going to convert. Like, we never really, that's the thing, we never really advertise.
Yeah.
Like, never. We just post our content. But never, like, you never seen us post, come get a roof for this amount of money, or we do this for this. It's just word of mouth. But I think that's a good idea, man. So I'm taking notes on a lot of stuff from talking to you, man, and just hearing your perspective, the hiring gems, and how to hire, how you doing it, you know, how to build that long rapport with the clients and also with your team members. Like 2 years for anybody working somewhere is definitely lit for
dedication.
And that's minimum. But yeah, 2 years. But my longest employee been with me since almost day one, 9 years. My little cousin been with me now for 6. Other employees now 5 years. You know,
that's
people
dope. They all really like.
And they actually like their job.
Yeah,
and I'm a cool boss too. So you know what I'm saying. They able to talk to me about things. Well, one of my employees, he was a little short on getting his kids school clothes. I guess on $400. I'm like, here, get some stuff.
Do what you gotta do.
Or I like just load up a cart and you know what I'm saying. Situations like that. But it's always about take care of your people. Your people,
Facts.
They take care of you.
Facts.
So you always gotta take care of them.
And that says a lot about your business because people staying with you, man.
Yeah.
Because, most of these regular jobs, it's like a big turnover rate.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Man.
Quit after a couple months or a
Revolving
year,
door,
whatever.
people in and
Exactly.
out.
So the fact that your people staying with you, it says a lot about you, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Real talk. So that's why I was like, man, definitely, bro. You 10 years in, that's so dope.
Man.
Like that, like I'm saying, like, man, I graduated high school 10 years ago. My reunion this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm about to fly. Yeah, I'm
That's
about to
lit.
fly home
That's
tomorrow, probably,
Okay.
or Saturday morning, either one. Go to the reunion. You know what I'm saying?
I remember mine.
Yeah.
It was cool.
But yeah, bro, 10 years. I'm like, sheesh.
That's a long time being in business, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I remember when I first started, went to the SBA. I was trying to get funding. This was like right after my first store had opened. I'm like, I need to keep getting funding because I want to go to small stores. And they were just talking to me, but I don't know who I was talking to, but she was a little discouraging. She was like, most small businesses don't make it to 5 years.
That's true. They do say that
You know
all
what I'm
the time.
saying? So I'm like, dang.
And they say you don't make a profit until 3.
Yeah. I made profit,
Year one.
First like 4 months.
Yeah.
That's
For real,
lit.
for real.
That's a blessing too, man.
But that's
So-
just based on my situation too. Like I said, rent was $100.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was paying $1,500 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Paying 100, you had your car.
Pay it
That's
off.
sweet.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like all the money just going right back into the business, but really all into the business. Whole first year, like I ain't go shopping, I ain't go out. I was
Sacrifice.
eating noodles or using food stamps to make some wings at home. I
Sound
went
like
going to
Jay
American
Lee.
Deli.
Preaching that last week. Yeah.
That's literally me, bro.
Yeah.
So if you could lead the people, man, with one thing, man, one tip about like they want to start a business, they don't really know where to start or how to fund the business. Like, what do you recommend that they do? Like, what's your one tip, man?
I recommend you honestly cut back like the things that don't really bring you growth. You know, definitely cut back on those things for a little minute until you get to the point where you can build in something else. So when you cut back, you got more time and you got more money because you come back from something, and invest that and that same energy into what you really want to do.
Real talk, man.
And just don't stop. Don't stop because you want to cut back for too long. You know, just cut back long enough till you get to the point where you are able to balance. That's the main thing, balance.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
It is.
Because like we talking about balancing business life, personal life, even with the money, like knowing how to much pay yourself, how to pay your employees, like the whole nine. Everything is about balance. So
That's real.
Real talk, man. AJ, brother, appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Definitely.
Those-
James,
brother.
man.
Definitely,
Right.
man. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule, man. Like we said.
I ain't busy
to
like
pop
y'all.
off.
Y'all busy as hell now.
Come on, man. We working, man. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks
you
for
for
y'all
coming,
time.
man.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about some real estate stuff like that on our next time we bring
Okay.
you on the episode. But thank you for talking to the people about your journey, your businesses, your side hustles. You feel me? Giving you your flowers right now, bro.
Appreciate it.
What you
man.
do is
Appreciate it.
amazing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being a light. Just like you said, the dude that inspired you to fix phones, he don't even know he made a millionaire. You feel me?
Real talk.
So
Oh, I told him. Like after like second year, I
Well,
ran
let
into
he
him.
know.
Cause we go to all the same suppliers.
Yeah.
So they always, it's only two like black guys with multiple stores. So they be like, they be calling me D sometimes. Sometimes they call him AJ.
Yeah.
Like, you know, black people look alike. But yeah.
yeah, man. Definitely, man. You gonna be a light to somebody else. You feel me? So keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I said, we appreciate you for coming on the podcast, dog. It's your boy Life in HD on the Life in HD podcast. And we signing out for this week's episode, man. We
I need
catch
a
y'all
phone
next week.
case, AJ. I need a phone case. I need an iPad.
I need
all
an
that.
Apple Watch.